After Kevin Lee's release from the UFC, we were all left asking what organization he would ultimately join. Kevin finally made a decision and joined Khabib Nurmagomedov's promotion Eagle FC. Khabib mentioned that there would be new weight classes created, and one of them being the 165-pound division. Kevin was asked at the Eagle FC presser whether he would be interested in joining that division, since he'd always mentioned the need for it in the past when he was in the UFC. And here's what he had to say.
Yeah, that was a big part of this decision. I'm really grateful that Eagle FC is willing to do a 165-pound division. I think it's going to benefit a lot of guys, and I'm the best one in the world at that weight. I've said that for a long time, and it's a big part of the reason why I'm coming over. I'll be the first 165-pound world champion. There's been world champions at 55, there's been world champions at 70, and I'll be the first one, and it feels nice to make a little piece of history for mixed martial art.
Since Khamzat Chimaev's arrival into the UFC, he's been eliminating his competition in rapid fashion. He's continually called out multiple fighters since his arrival, and allegedly hasn't got any takers apart from Neil Magny. Another man who has thrown his name out and offered to fight him is currently ranked number 4 welterweight Vicente Luque. Khamzat is currently ranked number 11, so it would make sense from a ranking standpoint to take the fight. Vicente said he would accept the fight instantly, but it really all depends on Chimaev. Check it out.
I mean, I definitely get the hype behind him. I mean, he looks great in the fights. He looks like a really strong guy. He goes out there and finishes every single fight. So I get the hype. I get why the UFC wants, to put him in big fights. And, a lot of people ask me about this fight. And I'm here. If he mentions my name, because I haven't heard him say my name, if he says my name, if the UFC sends me the contract, I'll sign that contract. That's simple for me, But he didn't mention my name. I think he said anybody in the top. Well, when somebody mentions my name and he goes and asks for that fight, I'll do it. I'll do it for sure. I think it's a great fight. It's an exciting fight. He's a beast. He has, he goes in there and tries to finish the guy every single second. Not very different than what I do, so it would be a great fight for sure. And if he wants it, if he lets the UFC know, and they let me know, we'll do it.
After Vicente's call out, Khamzat quickly took to Twitter and responded with, "If I say I want to fight everybody, it means everybody. I don't have to call every single fighter by their names. BMF belt is mine. UFC belt is mine too. I've heard there was going to be an event the 5th of March in Vegas, and I don't understand why I still don't have an opponent." Jon Jones has finally struck a plea deal for the domestic battery incident in Las Vegas. He walked away somewhat unscathed as his battery charge was dismissed, and he was only charged with felony injuring or disabling a vehicle, which originated from him allegedly smashing his head against the hood of a police car after being arrested. He was sentenced to pay a fine in the range of $25 to $250. He must also pay a $750 restitution to the victim of the property damage and attend anger management counseling. And finally, Stephen Thompson was interviewed ahead of his upcoming fight versus Belal Muhammad this Saturday at UFC 45. Belal is a known training partner of Gilbert Burns, which also happens to be the last man to beat Wonderboy. Thompson explained that he expects Belal to follow a similar game plan and take him down as well. He said, "I know he's trained with Burns before and he saw I lost that fight, so I do feel like he will shoot, like everybody else. They may stand and strike, but eventually, they start shooting for the legs. I'm prepared for wherever the fight goes. If I finish him, or if it's a 15-minute fight, I'm ready for a war. That is what I like to prepare myself for. I like to prepare for the grittiest fight of all time, the most uncomfortable fight known to mankind. That is what gives me confidence. If it does go the distance, I'm in shape. I'm ready to go. I do see some flaws in his style. Everyone has flaws in their style, but my goal is to keep the fight standing and try and finish the guy. I want to put on the best show for the UFC and the fans." He went on to say that he believes with a win here, he'd only be a fight or two away from a title shot versus Kamaru Usman, as he's pretty much cleared out the rest of the division. As always, guys, if you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button for me. If you're new, subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date. Thanks for watching.